All right, we're bringing social back. We're going to talk about social media today, how you can put the algorithm to work for you that'll help you expand your reach and also have the ability to serve more people. Rajiv, here we are, Charleston, South Carolina. Boomtown Unite.
Yes.
I feel like we were in New Orleans a couple weeks. It's like we're covering the South like kudzu.
It's a special episode because we're live.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, today what we're going to talk about is we're going to really dive into the algorithm, I guess you could say, which is really the most effective and one of the most, I guess you would say, most important types of AI that are being utilized today when it comes to real estate agents, understanding what it is, what it's looking for, giving it what it needs, so that then you'll have the ability to put your details and all of your content in front of the best people. So let's get started with this. Let's talk a little bit about, can you explain kind of what the algorithm really is and what its function is?
Yeah, so one of the sessions we were in that sort of reminded us, Jimmy, was bringing social back in social media. And a lot of people are good at creating media, but they're not really good at social. So the algorithm really is about engagement, and engagement is triggered by comments and replies, and it sort of dovetails from there. So as a good example, I took a picture with Tom Ferry, and I posted it 2 hours ago, and I asked them to comment. That's the key, asking for comment, and we'll get into that a little bit more. And I have 119 comments in 90 minutes. Yeah. And that's because I asked for comment, and a lot of people are just sharing information, and I think that feeds the algorithm. You got to learn what works and do more of that. And I know you're doing some stuff with green screen, so you can kind of get into that as well.
Yeah, I'll kind of just, from a standpoint of, is understanding, okay, so what is the algorithm is basically, and this goes back last year really. I mean, when TikTok came along, what TikTok decided to do was, instead of the way that everything had been done before on social media, which was if you were connected with a group of people, it would show your content to a certain amount of those people that you were connected with. In my case, I had a lot of people I'm connected with from high school that really, all I've got in common with them is the past. What happened though is that as we saw the evolution of TikTok, the reason why TikTok grew so fast was it said, we're not worried about who you're connected to. We're going to focus in on who it is and what the type of content you watch, and we're going to give you more of that. So it's more like a search engine driven. So their algorithm was based on what you were looking at, and it would give you more of those types of things. So we saw last February, I guess it was, when Meta came out and said, basically, look, on Facebook and on Instagram, we're going to come in and we're going to do the search side, and we're going to make it where whatever you look at, we're going to try to give you more of that, which gives us more reach, gives us more opportunity, and that is the quote-unquote algorithm, is the algorithm is trying to figure out who it is that is engaging with your content, what type of content you're doing, and is there engagement enough for them to promote it out to other people? So let's talk a little bit about some of the engagement.
Yeah, so the other piece is creating content that has curiosity, right, Jimmy? I mean, a lot of people are posting content, but they're not asking questions about curiosity. One of the things we've heard about, you search on Google, real estate in your city, and it starts to show searches that other people are doing. And you can use several tools for this. And those are great things to ask questions on stories, ask a poll. Where did you stay before you were in this town? And all of that creates engagement and conversations to help you build deeper relationships.
So let's break this down. We're going to get super practical with you guys. You'll be able to see this if you look, actually, if you go back and look at this post where Rajiv's talking about on his, is that on Facebook or Instagram?
Yeah, Facebook.
So if you go to Facebook, you'll notice this. And here, let me kind of break that down, and then I'm going to give you another example. What Rajiv did is he posted on there. Did you tag Tom Ferry on that one?
No.
No, he did not. But so he got the comments anyway.
Yeah.
But here's what it will do is it will absolutely see the description he had. It will see Tom Ferry's name in there, but it will give that where it's looking for the audience of who has been looking at some of his stuff. It's also, how did you ask for comments? How did the comments start?
I basically said I'm at a KV Core conference, and I have attended Tom Ferry's session who talked about how to be relevant and really thrive in 2024 and beyond. If you need the notes from this session, comment notes below, and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Adding value, right?
Yeah, I mean, and you got to think of it this way. So here's what is driving the algorithm a lot of times. It wants to see that there is engagement, because an engagement is likes or hearts, whatever, depending on where you are. It's also comments, and it's also direct messages. So let me give you an example of what Rajiv did. He said comment below. Once they commented, all of a sudden the algorithm says, wait a minute, this is something that people are engaging with. And then if he comments back and says, check your DMs, for instance, then what happens is now he's got got 2 comments. But you have to understand the direct message portion, and the reason why we like to send that via direct message is that's viewed as a more personalized communication and engagement, because now, listen, I'm not just going to DM anybody. I'm going to DM my friend Rajiv, and all of a sudden the algorithm says, oh, they're connected because they DM'd. And not only is it going to help on this post, but the next time that Rajiv comes out with a post, it's going to put it in front of his friends that he has that relationship strong enough where he's been DMing them. So now, think about it. He came in, he asked for the comment, they commented, he responded back, and he sent a DM. That's 3 pieces of engagement right there, much less if they comment back and say thanks. And all of a sudden, the algorithm says, whoa, wait a minute, we've got something that people are really engaging with. And so now that's how you get this momentum going where it puts it in front of more people.
Yeah, and online is the same as in person. Imagine coming to a conference in person and you're not talking to anybody. So bringing the social back online for media is so vital. Having a conversation with people is key. And that's what builds deeper relationships and top of mind.
Yeah, and I will say this because I want to go back to that, what you're talking about. I had gone overseas, found somebody to help me because I've been doing all my own social media. And the first thing that she said to me is she said, hey, Jimmy, you're really good at media, but you're not great at social. And it is social media. So what is it that you do to do those connections? So when we're talking about the algorithms is looking for, are you someone that is connecting with other people? So I'm going to give you a couple of examples there. We talked about how to get your posts to get more information, or the things, or your reels, or whatever it is, by asking for the comments, creating surveys, doing those types of things. But if you would take the time and go out and instead of commenting sometimes, send some DMs to people that you know. Hey, looks like you had a great time on the vacation. Or comment on some posts. What she's taught me is to go in and make the comments, because that's the social side of it. And if you only have social or you only have media, you're not going to get the full effect. You have to do both. So I would just encourage you, find somebody that can help you with that. Obviously, it was great for me. If anybody wants to know about that, they can get in touch with me, and I'll get them in touch with the company that helped me. But I will say, focus in not just on one side, but do both social and media.
100%. And for the longest of time, I used to just heart posts when people commented. Do that, and also, most importantly, comment, because it feeds the algorithm.
Yeah, it's absolutely correct. Listen, as we continue to see artificial intelligence, the algorithm, all of these different things evolve, Rajiv and I are going to do our best to bring you the best information as soon as possible so you can apply it, so you can serve your clients at a higher level. Hope this has been helpful. If you haven't had a chance, make sure you go out, leave us a review. It helps us share the message that we're all stronger together. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.